everyone, and welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and I'm back today with the October 2020 BeadCrate. This is the larger collector's edition, which is as low as $33.50 a month, depending on how long you sign up. And there is also a smaller box with approximately half the contents that starts at $18.50 a month, plus shipping depending on how long you sign up. So if you love check glass beads in all types of different shapes and occasionally multi-hole beads, but always good quality, you'll probably want to take a look at this box if you haven't already. They always come with a theme. I have no idea what this month's is, so let's crack open this box and see what's inside. All right, so here's what we see when we open up the box. We have our founder's note on the top, and on the back of that is, of course, our list of contents. And it looks like, oh, awesome. Our theme this month is Nebula. And our note says purples, blues, greens, and even browns. This month's box is inspired by all the colors found in Nebula's fluffy space clouds of color. That should be fun. There's a look at the list of all of our contents, and just to draw your attention to these little asterisks, that indicates that certain items are collector's exclusives, so they'll only be found in the larger box. And then if they have a 1 star, they are a collector's amount, so you would get less if you got the enthusiast box than what you see in the video today. So going back to our box, we have our little star stamp here that changes every month depending on our theme. Very cute. And all of our contents can be found in this little satin bag. And I feel like my glitter is very appropriate today, kind of like a galaxy, which was not planned. And here is a little sneak peek of what's inside the bag. We're gonna take a closer look at everything one at a time. All right, we're gonna kick it off with Selection A, and it says this bag contains 3mm sapphire AB druck beads, and there's 100 pieces inside. Beautiful sky blue sapphire color with the AB finish, giving us the rainbow effect. You can see through those and just see that hint of color play. When you move these under the light, you can see through these round beads just a little bit. And who can't use some extra check glass round drucks, high quality uniform glass rounds. All right, Selection B contains 4 of these 8mm gold crystal AB rhinestone balls. These are also check. You can see our little crystals in here. Very appropriate for our theme. And they sparkle beautifully. You can see the rhinestones against that golden brass, and they just cover that rounded shape. There's the hole right there. That's where you could string that. Very cute, and something different that we haven't gotten that I can recall in this box, or that I have really gotten ever. And then we have Selection C. This contains 24 by 16mm milky white puffed ovals. There's 3 of these inside. Our white puffy clouds to go against our sky blue sapphire beads down there. And there is a look at these. So kind of milky, like the name says, kind of chunky, smooth, and oval in shape, the hole going down the length of the bead. And then next up we have Selection D. This is a bag containing 9mm Nebula Mix moon faces, and there's 12 pieces inside. So we've got our little man in the moon here. You can see it's half and half. So we have half of this really deep blue with that silvery wash. And then we have half in this milky kind of frosted matte white with an AB finish. You can tell that they have a lot of fun putting these themes together, that's for sure. And then next up, we have some practical beading items, it looks like, in this box. We have a Beadsmith large eye beading needle. This is a 2 1/8 inch. And I am so happy to get this because I actually really needed one. I like using these specifically for stretch bracelets, using the stretch thread like Opalon. I find that it's just really easy to get the thread through that large eye. That whole thing opens up. Otherwise, it's so hard to get any kind of stretch cord or thread on a needle. So a great item to have in this box, and something different also. And then our next item, which is selection F, we have another beading accessory and something different as well. These are the Beadsmith needle threaders with the cutter. Very cool. So those will come in handy. You can see the threader that is right there. You just stick that through the hole of the needle, put your thread through that. A lot easier to string an eye that's that big as opposed to something you can barely see and then pull it back through the needle. That works with certain needles. I'll have to test that out with some of these smaller beading needles that I have. Sometimes the wire won't go through if you're trying to use that with a really teeny tiny needle. And then of course back here, we have the little blade that's protected so you won't cut yourself, hopefully, and you can use that to sever your thread. So nice to get some of those additional items amongst all of the check glass beads. Sometimes we get things like that, and it's always a fun surprise to see what other accessory is added in. So the next bag, getting back to the beads, is Selection G, and this one contains 6mm dark bronze AB, 2-hole tiles. There's 30 pieces. And that just sums up the theme right there, doesn't it? We have the green and blue metallic that is coming through, as well as that metallic bronze. It's like a half and half. Really unique combination. You usually see the Jet AB, which is the black in combination with that green and blue from the AB, but this is actually on a deep metallic bronze. And they are half and half. So one side is one side is the other, and you can see how they have 2 holes running through that smooth square tile parallel to the other side. And then next we see bag H containing 7x6mm Montana blue table cut diamonds. There's 20 pieces inside. Oh, these are actually a lot prettier than I thought. Taking them out of the bag, you can see, look at that table cut diamond inside and how the light reflects off of that so you can see the diamond shape. And they're quite small. You usually see the table cut beads in larger sizes, so it's a lot more obvious, and sometimes they have a contrasting edge or some type of bright color base glass used, but this is kind of subtle, and if you move them around, it kind of reminds me of like sparkling stars. You get that shiny diamond, you know, twinkle twinkle little star. Definitely not going to sing for you, but you get the idea. We have the smoky dark grayish bluish, which is the Montana color glass that's matte around the edges. And you can see that they are a flattened oval shape with the hole running through the length of the bead. All right, getting into our next bag, this is I, containing a strand of 6mm fire polish coated violet AB beads, 25 pieces on the strand, and that is stunning. Gorgeous combination. I haven't even taken it out. Just look at this strand, you guys. Isn't that pretty? You see all the different colors coming through with the AB finish, and how parts of the bead are deeper magenta or rose pink, depending on where you're looking, depending on how that coating is settled. And then other parts are a little bit more clear. So sparkly too under the light. Just a gorgeous strand for our nebula theme. And then we have Selection J, which contains 6x6 Jet AB Bicones. There's 50 pieces inside. So here's the Jet AB. That's what I usually see with the AB finish, not the bronze typically. And this is quite a large handful. You can see these are the check bicones, so they are a lot more smooth around the edges, but they still have that bicone shape where they come out into a point at each of those angles. And then some portions of the beads are completely jet black, and some have that very metallic AB coating, which comes across green and blue and sometimes a little bit gold. And then we have Selection K. So here is our selection of high quality Japanese seed beads, which we have come to expect in this particular subscription. These are the Toho 11-0 in transparent rainbow sapphire. And there's 10 grams inside this bag. Again, a deep and vibrant shade of blue with that little rainbow effect coated over the beads, which make these even more eye-catching. Always happy to get more of these seed beads. especially a Toho brand. And they're not always 11-0. Sometimes you'll get 8-0, 6-0s, or some other type of seed bead, but you can always count on a package of seed beads with this subscription. All right, next up we have a bag containing, and this is L by the way, 7 by 11 millimeter Nebula Mix UFO beads. Very cool. I've gotten some of these UFOs before and I hadn't really used them. They're kind of irregular in shape, but you can see why they're called UFOs. They have that kind of flying saucer look to them, and certainly appropriate for our theme, of course. And I really like this mix of colors. You have that aluminum silver, like streamlined color. You have the beautiful purple Vega with the luster finish, and then the crystal clear with the AB over the top, which make these so much fun to look at. So there's the hole running through what we'll call the center of the bead, and they just kind of stick out a little bit on that one edge. I think I've seen these used in Kumi Himo before, and they were pretty cool because of that edge that sticks out. Gave it a really interesting effect. And then next up we have Selection M. So this is another beading accessory. We have some s-lon cord in the royal blue color, size D. Very handy and a beautiful color. Maybe do some loom work with this. I don't think I have any deep blue s-lon, and sometimes you really want to match up your thread or your cord to your bead so that it can kind of sink into the background of your design instead of sticking out like a sore thumb. So that'll be handy to have. And then this final group of items is where we start to see the collector's exclusive. So these are the items that you're only going to find in the larger version of the subscription. And we're going to kick that off with Selection N. Gorgeous. We have some 9mm Alexandrite AB daisy discs. Absolutely beautiful. And there's 25 pieces in the bag. One of my absolute favorite colors, and I love the AB finish that's making that even more reflective and ethereal looking. You can see why they're called daisy discs, because they do look like little flowers, but they're also kind of in a sun shape or some other type of celestial body. And you can see how the AB finish is on one side and then the other side does not have it, but you can still see it reflecting through the back. Nice size handful, and another fun shape of check glass. So this is why I say if you like check glass, you like getting fun and different shapes, very unique shapes, and you're open to the surprise of that, then you'll probably be drawn to this particular box. And you can always sign up for a 1-month box if you just want to try it out. You don't have to sign up for a multi-month subscription. So that's also good to know. All right, Selection O contains 10 by 8mm soft blue AB pinched diamond beads. There are 25 pieces inside this bag. Oh my goodness. These are stunning. I absolutely love that cornflower blue color. And we've got more AB finish. A lot of that, of course, this month, because it definitely goes with our theme to see that extra metallic and sparkle and all those different colors that come through from that finish. And then this beautiful creamy opaque tone of blue, and then the hole that is, of course, drilled. The beads are strung along the length. And again, a good size handful of beads there to work with. And looks so beautiful with some of these other things that we have already checked out. All right, then we have Selection P, and this contains a strand of 3mm fire polish halo azurite beads. There's 50 pieces on the strand, and I can tell this is another stunner. All right, let's really appreciate how gorgeous that is. Look at that golden luster over the beautiful tone of teal that we have. It's just dusted over the top and adding a beautiful reflective quality. Such a stunning combination. And that halo effect, it kind of reminds me of when the sun is setting and maybe it's reflecting off of water or shining against a solid surface, kind of lighting it up in a different way that changes each minute as the sun is sinking down into the horizon. Beautiful, beautiful. Such a stunning strand. All right, then next we have Selection Q, which contains some 10 by 6mm either jet or crystal AB teardrops, and there's 4 pieces inside. Those come to a very sharp point there at the top and are top drilled, as you can see. And I got my selection in the jet or black tone with that special coating that shows up on part of the bead. There it is. You can see a lot of absolutely stunning blue and purple and a little bit of teal that pop up on those facets. So gorgeous. And those little pops of color really bring out a lot of our tones that we see here in some of our other selections. Another very unique shape. And that brings us to our final item, which is selection R, something very special that I can't wait to take a really close look at. This is a 25 by 18 millimeter or 25 millimeter, it says, blue goldstone cabochon. I absolutely love goldstone. So appropriate that they included the blue goldstone in this selection. Just take a look at that galaxy of shimmer we have against that very deep navy blue. That is so beautiful and fun to look at. And when the light shines on it, oh my goodness, look at that on the edges. So pretty. What a great way to end our BeadCrate subscription unboxing, I think. I really love all the thought that they put into this selection. I think they really captured that feeling of a galaxy, a nebula, space, sky, all those different things through some of our fun shapes and very sparkly AB reflective finishes. We got some really handy accessories to use, some stringing material, high quality Japanese glass seed beads, several sizes of check glass fire polish, which we've come to expect, really beautiful blue goldstone cabochon, and lots of really fun check glass shapes. So I think they did an awesome job this month. I love the surprise of this box and seeing what they have in store for us. And they definitely did not disappoint me. So that does it for this box. I want to thank you guys so much for being with me. It makes it so much more fun for me to be able to share these unboxings with you so you can get an idea of what these boxes actually contain up close and over a period of time and see if they are right for you. Of course, I will leave the link for the subscription right down below the video so you can check out their website and find out more details for yourself. And you can also check out the playlist I have for BeadCrate, which shows you more than 2 years worth of unboxings each and every month. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to, what you thought of this month's theme, what you think of BeadCrate, anything else you'd like to say. And if you appreciated this video, I'd love if you'd give it a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. And I'd love to have you as a subscriber, so definitely hit that button while you're there, and that way you can come back and have more beading fun with me. I also have all my social media links listed down below the video, so check those out. I'd love to have you following along with me there as well. I'll be back again real soon with more to share, especially more finished pieces, which I'm hoping to share on Friday, so please come back for that. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day and you're staying creative and healthy. And of course, as always, happy beading.